Okay, welcome. Welcome, everybody. We are so grateful that you are joining us tonight for this event to just share and celebrate about everything that's happened with Elevate Hope House this past year. We're really excited about the future. I am excited about the future of Elevate Hope House. My name is Stephanie Page, and I'm friends with Melinda, and I'm also the executive director of a local nonprofit called Stories Foundation. And we use business to fight human trafficking. And Melinda and I are partnered because the work that we do is so similar. And I love sharing about the work that's happening in the Twin Cities to come alongside people who are normally maybe overlooked or on the outside of our culture, our society. And so that's why I'm just thrilled to get to be here tonight. It's going to be so good. So I'm here with Melinda, and if you don't know Melinda, which probably most of you do, but if you don't, I'm just going to read a little bit about her. Melinda McDermott is the founder and executive business management and her MBA from Bethel University. And at the end of her MBA program, she realized that her heart truly resided with families and children. And she has spent the last several years working with organizations in Anoka County on the fight to end homelessness, especially focusing on families. In addition to her work with Elevate, Melinda is thrilled to also work for an early childhood learning center. And Melinda's overwhelming desire is to help guide the moms at Elevate on a path of self-sufficiency through Christ. And she's kind of amazing. And so it's true. I get to do that because I'm the one that is kind of emceeing this. So I get to say that. We are going to start tonight by just celebrating 2020, which kind of feels sometimes like a crazy thing to do because 2020 has admittedly been a crazy year, but there's a lot to celebrate and there's a lot that's happened with Elevate Hope House. So the first question I want to ask you tonight is, when you look back on a year ago, right now, from now, a year ago, what was it like? What did Elevate Hope House look like?
So if we think back a year ago today, I would say the house is under construction. So we're really excited to share that we have our first home. We actually opened this past summer, which is it's super exciting, right? We've been blessed. If you can tell, there might be some noise going on where we are, because if you don't know our secret location, we are currently in the fireside room at Oak Haven, and there is awesome worship music going on. There are youth running around. So it's a busy night, but we're just blessed to be here because Oak Haven is the first, I wouldn't say the first church to really wrap their arms around us, but the first one to have an opportunity to have a house. And that was just such a crazy, cool, awesome thing. If you don't know the story of that, basically on a weekend, on a Friday, I heard about a parsonage home in their backyard that they were going to be getting. We talked about this before you meet Sunday about what they were going to do before our meeting. So lo and behold, God works in crazy ways. They ended up deciding to get rid of the home. We then met, and then through months and months of prayer and discussion and talking with the church congregation, they all decided to reverse their vote, bless us with $1 a month rent as long as we did all of the renovations. So we took a roughly 2-bedroom legal home with 1 bath and 3/4 bath and made it into a 4-bedroom home with 3 full baths, a little private wing upstairs for a housing advocate, Carmen, who we're super blessed to join us in the last month to live with these ladies and model for them Christ's love. And then we have a house opportunity for 3 moms downstairs. And we've got moms. We've got moms living there. We've got them breathing there. And they are just so excited about this opportunity to change their path. And even just tonight, I was over there. We had a great opportunity from St. Patrick's Church. They brought a sponsorship for our mom and our housing advocate, Carmen, brought tons and tons of Christmas presents for them. And it's so cool. They get so excited. Like, there is so much under the tree, Melinda. These people just love us. And yes, they do. They love you because God loves you.
I love that. Well, I've been watching your journey, and as you got your house and then you renovated it and then having your housing advocate and being open and now having women, and it just makes me so encouraged and so excited and have so much hope, and my faith just increased. And today I was reading in Luke about how the lost coin and the lost sheep, and that's what you're talking about. You're talking about how Jesus, he went after the ones that were lost, and he's using you to do that. And I just the goosebumps all over. So that was looking back on the past year, and 2020 has been 2020, but we have a lot to celebrate when it comes to everything the Elevate Hope House has accomplished, has been through. How many women did you say are in right now? Did you say that?
So we have 2 moms with kids right now,
Yes.
and we're in the middle of about 3 different candidates. So looking to move in this weekend. So we're
amazing.
moving, it's exciting.
Yeah. When we were talking about doing this, I said, people need to know that you are housing women and their children. That is a really, really big deal.
Yeah.
We don't have a ton of housing for marginalized people here in the Twin Cities. And so what you're doing is so, so powerful and so needed and amazing.
It's not just that. I mean, the cool thing too is we're not just housing. We're not just a shelter. We have family advocates that come alongside them independently. I've got one here tonight, Miss Kimberly. She is a great friend of mine who I've connected with over the last couple of years, and she comes alongside one of our moms. She meets with her every single week. She works with her on her short-term and her long-term goals and just supports her and encourages her, and she's her person. So we've got lots of people that wrap their arms around them, help them hit their goals of education or career so that they can move out, be self-sufficient and confident in themselves and in God as a result.
It's amazing. That's exactly, I just think of all the support that's come around me in my life, and I wouldn't be at all who I am without the support that comes around me. And that's what we get to offer to others, is that kind of support. I want you to talk about Carmen a little, because you're also housing her and she's there with the women. So talk about that.
Carmen is a blessing. Carmen is brand new to us, and I want to say the last month, and she just right now hit her 30 days. Carmen is a godsend. She is a mission-minded young girl. I did a Set Apart conference about a year ago where they talked about the importance of finding someone to guide Generation Z, right? That's the generation we're talking about, to guide them that was either close to their own age, like a peer, or a grandma figure, right? And so we've got lots of grandmas from all our churches wrapping their arms around these girls that want to come in, play with the kids, teach them cooking, all those great things. But we just found that God led us to this person that's just a little older than the girls, that can model love and faith and just be around them. And she just has such a heart. I mean, I get messages every single day, and I love them. I can't always get to them like I wish I could every day, every minute, right? But scripture and encouragement and story upon story about how God is working. And it is such a big deal to move in with basically 3 teen moms and their kids, right? It's a full house, but she's doing it, and she is witnessing to them, and she is praying over them, and she's praying for them. And her faith and her story and just the presence she brings has gone through. It's just so great, because I have a full-time job, right? I work with New Creations Childcare, and I just love my job during the day, but I can't also be there at night. So I have to kind of be behind the scenes or in front of the cameras and moving the mission. And she's there, so I don't have to worry. I can give it all to God and to Carmen and our team of Tammy and Karen and everybody, and just know that it's moving and he's there. And it's such a great feeling.
Yeah, and I just want to commend you and your board and your team for putting together such an amazing team of people that come alongside these women, and for everyone who's donated and given and gotten to this point. Like, pat yourself on the back, like, praise the Lord, and thank you for risking and giving for marginalized people and for moms and for children in our community. Like, that's no small thing, and not everybody's doing that. And I know that it's your heart to just say thank you and to give you an opportunity to see that your sacrifice really matters, and what you've put into this, it's making a difference in people's lives. And it hasn't, how long have you guys even been open?
Since the summer. We've been working on it for years and listening to his calling, but we just opened our first home this summer, and it's already full. Right. So it's kind of the next question, right? 2021, what's next?
Yes, it is. Well, I am a visionary in the truest form of the word. And so this is my favorite part, honestly, is when we get to talk about the future. And I think that's where both of us, it's our sweet spot, is the future. So you have a super fun initiative coming.
Yep.
Do you want to share about it?
Yeah, I've got Miss Ava here. I don't know if she wants to come chat or not. Do you want to come say hi? Yeah. Okay, so we've had this dream of a party business for a long time.
She looks like a party.
She's all party, right? She got the mermaid going. She's got the spa headband. So we have decided that it's not fun asking people to give money. Like, let me just say, us, right? It's not fun to say, hey, pull your checkbook, write me some money. I know it's hard times right now. I know that you think we're doing a great thing, and we appreciate the support and the prayer, but we can't keep going without a little bit of money. And so we are so thankful to God, and a lot of money. Yeah. We are so thankful to God that we're in the black right now. That's a blessing. I mean, without the volunteers and Knights of Columbus and St. Pat's and Northgate and Oak Hill Baptist and Oak Haven and all those big churches that come around and monthly sponsors, individuals as well. We have the money. We renovated a home that took between $75,000 and $100,000 to then rent in pocket, which is awesome. But we're full. So we know we need to get to that next step. So our first kind of answer to prayer is this idea of tea parties. And I'm a little behind the times of COVID. Like, I understand that, right? I understand that this should have started in March, but it's okay. And so we are going to start Parties in the Box. And we've actually launched a small business. We're launching it tonight. You guys are the first ones to officially hear. We are starting Grace Marie's Parties. Name is unique. It comes from this one. Her middle name is Marie. And my littlest year-old is Olivia Grace. So we took their middle names, put them in front of it, and then we spell Parties, P-A-R-T-A-S. So the website, I know Karen's going to put it in there, but it's gmparties.org. And this business is going to start Jan 1 or slightly before. I think you're going to be our first customer.
I'm so excited.
For your daughter.
Yes.
And so we're going to have Parties in the Box starting January 1st, where we will do all of the work for you. And we've got these examples here. Do you want to tell them which options we have? Loud and slow.
So people can make their own jars. And
There's fairy lights. Bath bombs. Yeah.
And they can make treasure chests.
Mm-hmm.
And
You want to talk about the sugar? What was it?
and you can make like unicorn lip stuff.
Yep.
And you can even eat it, but you can't eat the sprinkles.
So in essence, we've got 4 themes. We've got mermaid, princess, spa, and fairy themes. You'll see it on our website. And so we're going to start by doing Parties in the Box. So during this time where, yes, kids might be going back to school in January, but it's still a little uncertain to have people in your home. You might have kids with lots of friends. So you want to figure out, how do I invite them into my home? Being cautionary, we're still going to promote Zoom and support you. Mm-hmm. So these party bags, there's 3 different tiers you'll see on the website. They're going to come to you in a box. I will personally, or our team will personally deliver them to you, and it comes with everything. These are just examples of what's included. But you'll see on the website, you get these fancy teacups, you get the tea drops. You get the tea drops. Yep, hold on.
And you even get cupcakes. And for the princesses, you get carriages with the cupcakes.
You do. This is true. So it comes with everything. The backdrop for your birthday girl or your party friend. It comes with the cupcakes are also able to be ordered. The teacups, the little tea drops, the plates and the napkins, and everything will be packaged in special bags for each child. Mm-hmm. So that way they just come to your door, hand you the gift for your little one. You hand them a bag for their party, set up their Zoom call or their Google Meet or whatever you want to do. Mm-hmm. And then they log in and have fun.
I love it. So I have 4 girls and 2 of them have birthdays in December.
Hey.
I bookend Christmas. That obviously wasn't intentional. And so the fact that you just said that you'll do all the work for me and drop it off at my house and all I have to do is drive and drop it off to the friends is kind of my favorite thing. Yep. Also, those cupcakes are the cutest thing I've ever seen. Yep. This is amazing. And at Stories Foundation, we believe in using social impact business or social enterprises to fund the mission of what we do. So the fact that Elevate Hope House is thinking outside the box and using a social enterprise to help fund their mission of coming alongside women and moving them towards a second home. I just love that because that's your vision for the future, isn't it? You want another home, you want to aid in fundraising, and you want to gather people and to do beautiful things. I just love that.
And the really cool thing with this too is just today, we signed a client vendor agreement with Allison's Petite Pastries. And what's the party? They're adorable. We got the examples of some mermaid cupcakes she's just made this week, the unicorn ones, a small fairy cake, macaroons, and she's making everything party themed for us. And we're gonna have a great time. She is an up and coming, I call her like a pastry artist, but she's got her own bakery and she's up and coming and she's right in Ramsey. And then let's talk a little bit about that too, Stephanie, because our vision, right? We get to give 2 minutes about you today too, right? And so our vision is we may start Parties in the Box in January, but come summer, you will hopefully have Storytellers Cafe built in Ramsey so that Allison's business, our party business, our moms at the house can come work in a safe environment to build job skills right in Anoka County. How exciting is that going to be?
That gives me chills too.
I'm so excited.
Yes, we are, as an organization, working to start Storyteller Cafe, which we have a signed purchase agreement for land in Ramsey, and we hope to break ground in March. We don't see any reason why we won't, and then we would open late summer, early fall, and we'll host parties there and we'll bring in women who need job training and who need jobs, and will be a next step for women coming from places like Elevate Hope House for housing. So this partnership is we're just at the beginning, and it's, I think, collaboration. That's how we get lasting long-term solutions to issues. That's how we see women be able to change their lives, is because we can collaborate together and create a bigger platform and a bigger table for them to really become who they are meant to be and who they are created to be. So yeah, I'm very, very excited. tell us about what it takes to run Elevate Hope House.
So with that full home, we are in the black right now, but we just feel real called that with your business starting in Ramsey, with the pastry business, there's just everything coming together. And one of our biggest home churches is Northgate. Most of our board actually goes to Northgate right now. And so we know that second home is in the future. And our prayerful goal is by winter 2021 that we will have whatever God's calling us to open ready to go. And so I don't know if it'll be an apartment building or a townhome or another house. Who knows, right? Only He knows the plan, but we know that it's time to start funding. And if it is not as awesome of a blessing as we had with Oak Haven with that rental opportunity for practically nothing, we know we're looking at least maybe a $1,600 a month mortgage. We're looking at that piece. We're looking at, again, another housing advocate. I mean, Carmen is doing no small thing. It is a missionary heart to take barely nothing that I can offer her from current monthly donors. And then also on top of that, start to build her confidence and her excitement to support herself and get sponsors by going to churches and talking what we're doing. So we'll need that fund as well to have that housing person there. We provide food for them there. We have a fully furnished home for them there. We provide a financial matching program for them. Once they're in their second phase of our program, they get to do savings. And for every like $25 a week that they save, we'll match it once they're in that next phase. If they're willing to put the money in, we'll put it in for them. So it's a big deal.
So when I give to Elevate Hope House, you're supporting single moms and their children. You are supporting them not only for their housing, but for their food, for their life skills furthering, for mentorship, for that savings. You're teaching that skill of saving and you're matching their effort. I mean, it's really how do you put a price tag on coming alongside a person to, help them, I don't know, the community that you need to thrive, right? And there's no price tag for that. And what you're doing, what you're giving people the opportunity to join you in, it really is an amazing opportunity that people, I think so often, at least I experience, people are like, I see all the hardship in the world, but I don't know what to do. It's overwhelming. But you're saying, well, here's what you can do. You can be a part of a woman's life right now. And you gave me a number of what you think monthly it takes to rent a home. Can you share that with us?
Yeah, I'd say average, maybe medium high. We're looking at roughly $4,000 a month for the next home. Right now, we're sitting just under that without the mortgage piece, that with the financial contributions and the housing advocate and the potential food and the housing and the furniture and the clothing, just everything that comes up. It's about that.
Yeah. So it would be great if you could get enough monthly sponsors to cover that amount so that you are totally stable, continuously, sustainably for your house now, so you can really move to the future and start to plan for that next home. Because I was with a woman today who works with women coming out of abuse, which is similar. There's crossover, and she's been doing this work for like 20, 30 years. And we were talking about how there just aren't enough beds. Like there just aren't enough beds. So your vision for another home is so needed in this area. And I believe it will come to fruition as people come alongside you. So good. So what can we do? How can we join you moving forward? How do we become a part of what Elevate Hope House is doing?
I'd say an easy one is to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, all those great things. That way we're getting awareness out there. The biggest thing that I'm praying over right now, I've had a couple people this week, is we're looking for new leadership to join us in this mission. We've had such great leaders over the past 3 to 4 years that helped with the prayer in this. We had Shelly, we had Kelsey, we had Louie, we had Sherry, all these great people that from different congregations too. The big thing is to spread out in Nova County. It's not just one church behind Elevate, it's our whole community of believers. And so to get more leaders on and creating that awareness so that someone may not know about what we're doing can see it and start supporting and get involved is great. And so now we've got the Instagram and social media for the Grace Marie's parties, for Elevate Hope House, and for people to start sharing that and following it is huge. And then just praying about where God's calling at. I mean, we're looking for those new leaders to bring in new perspective, bring in new church congregations and new avenues of just awareness.
So you're talking about people coming in as board members
or volunteers
and and you have a working board. So people are willing to put in the time and the effort and to kind of take this vision on as their own and go into the community and share it. And same with volunteers.
And it's a heart commitment. You know as much as I do that anyone that comes on our leadership team or volunteer has some story that brought them to us that makes their heart work and their faith want them to get behind it, because you have to have a passion, especially with the hard work we've had to put in. I mean, if we're looking at a new home next year. We're talking people that are willing to come in and lay flooring possibly. We're talking about any of those different connections. And we just saw it in the last one. We expect it in the new one. That will be important. And we can always ask for money, but really what I'm praying over right now is the hearts that will come, that will create awareness, that will just bring connections and relationships that we didn't even know we needed. And then we'll go from there. We already had them in the last week. I mean, you and I talking this event space and our partnership, possibly a second stage for these moms to go to after they move out of our home. And then with our pastry partnership, it's just so fun and so cool to get new breath in.
I just thought of the verse, where your treasure is, there your heart will be. And I think where our treasure of time is, and where our treasure of energy is, then our heart is there too. So all these people that are pouring in, we follow that. I think that's so good.
Yes.
You mentioned to me prayer, networking connections, like you said, for building a house or for fundraising too. For, you know, I think there are people out there who they haven't had a bad year financially, and are they looking for some place to give their money? And that's really to ask for tonight, is if it's on your heart that you want to continue to be a part of Elevate Hope House and not just be a supporter from behind, but really a partner linking arms with the team here and with Melinda, you can do that through giving. And, you know, we get to be generous. I've been thinking a lot about how we steward what we have so that we can give it away, and we can support other people and volunteer. So what do we do? If we want to get involved, what's the email? Who do we contact?
Sure, Karen's throwing it out there right now. You can go to our website, elevatehopehouse.org. You can go to our other website, gmparties.org. You can use the email she's sending out right now. Easy one is elevatehopehouse@gmail.com. Otherwise, contact. We've got all of them.
Yeah, and
many options.
Yes, and I am gonna be the first party, and I
don't know. We might get a request
excited
tonight. I mean, we'll see, right?
Yes. Oh, well, you can be the first party. We don't have to fight about it. I love it. I'm very excited, and I believe so much in what you're doing, and I believe so much in your vision and your entrepreneurship and your what's the word? Ingenuity? Is that a word?
That works for me. I like it.
I like it.
I like
and
it.
I just believe that God is a creative God, and He's making new things, and that as we create, we bring beauty to the world, and we ourselves become more beautiful. So thanks so much for choosing to bring beauty to the world and invite us all into it. It's just really an awesome opportunity. Yeah. So were we gonna do Q&A? Does anyone have any questions, or are we gonna just wrap it up?
I think Karen's handling that, but we'll leave the link up and the meeting up for like 5 more minutes. So if we get any in the moment ones right now, we can handle those. Otherwise, like I said, our website, go right there. You can type in a question now, send it to us. You can also, Karen will put my direct cell on there, the 612-615-8824. You can text or email me.
Look at her giving out her cell phone number.
Hey, you know, I like to be available, right? So you never know. You never know. And you can share that, let people know. And the more people, again, that we get to come around this, the more successful it'll be, and the more God will be able to speak into and breathe new life.
So it's elevatehopehouse.org.
Yep.
Grace Marie's
Parties. GM Parties.
Parteas.
Let's get that right? Yep.
Yes, it's super cute. Socials, you just search Elevate Hope House. You can give online. You can give by writing a check and sending it in. You can, any questions, if you want to volunteer, that can happen on the website. And this is also, you did the website. You set all this up so people can go.
I did some of it. I will tell you, I worked hard on the template piece, but my husband, Brandon, is, you know, the most knowledgeable. It's like a married life, right? He's super supportive. He's been working all afternoon to get the registration ready. So you could even go in right now and register your party, because we asked for 5 to 7 business days in advance to get it going. He worked on that all day. So it is ready. You can find out what your drink cake options, everything.
So cute.
And that's the volunteer option too, right? We're still gonna have moms that are distance learning at home. We got a couple already in the wings that are gonna sit home with their kid and pack these boxes. And we're gonna add that note in about how all of these proceeds are going directly to impacting moms and kids that are home.
I love it. Smartest ever. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you for supporting and being a part of the Elevate Hope House. Thank you for choosing to do a party in a different way so that your party can make an impact for women here in our own community. Thanks for being a part of Melinda's life, and thank you for taking the risk of faith and for choosing to step out and sacrifice your own time and your own energy for these women. It's really amazing, and I'm grateful for your faith. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah. All right.
We'll leave the chat open, but thanks so much. All right.